Welcome back to Ask Arna. As part of my work on lost soul parts, I think it's so important to get on the topic of anger. And this is a really powerful topic for me. It's not the first time I'm going to talk about it. It may be the first time in all my videos that I'm speaking about it, but the reason I'm tying it to lost soul parts is the effect of anger. And the anger emotion is incredibly detrimental, not only to the person who's angry, but also to the person receiving that anger, because soul loss occurs. There's no question about it. And the other thing is, and we know this, there is a big tie in medical literature between anger and cancer. And if you look at a cancer and the cell looks angry. And we've talked about gratitude before, and we've talked about how gratitude looks like a snowflake. Well, cancer is when cells are growing wildly, and this is what happens around the energy of anger. So I would like to talk about, on a spiritual level now, where does anger come from? And I want to reference Kabbalah for a moment, because in Kabbalah, there are different aspects of the energy of God and light, and Kabbalah is Jewish mysticism, and that is my tradition. And what's really interesting is anger is the result of judgment. Judgment that has no compassion. That is the definition of anger. So when there is just pure judgment without compassion, that is what breeds anger. So the reason I'm bringing this up is we have to be very careful if we are to judge that we have compassion to balance it, or we will get angry. The other message about anger that I've received when working with clients is anger is a physical reaction that something inside of us needs healing. So often angry people are getting angry because they see a negative projection in someone else, and that person triggers them, and then they need to spew that energy at that person instead of taking personal responsibility that something inside of them needs healing. And this is really key, is that it is a physical process. And I would like to talk about in some of my next postings how to work with anger so that it doesn't go full-blown, and ultimately the negative effect here is soul loss, which we've just spoken about. So there are some wonderful techniques to work with anger, and I'd like to remind everyone to really focus on the balance of judgment and compassion together in their lives.